Nobody was born perfect, and nobody actually scaled from the first step all the way to the 10th step and reaching their goals. It actually started by investing from the first step. Investing in yourself in the literal sense is improving yourself, basically doing things that will take you to the next level. And every single day you wake up is an opportunity for you to take yourself closer to your dream. It takes a lot of commitment, which could include your time or your energy or money, basically, but all of this is always going to be worth it because you are your best investment. I am Uju of Ideal Style. If you're new here and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Do click on the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Take care of your finances. Money is not everything yet, but money is very important. Money stops a lot of rubbish, and money is going to improve the quality of your life to a reasonable extent. Invest for the future and be prepared for whatever is to come, because we might never just know what life is going to throw at us, even though we don't ever pray for the bad, but we always need to be prepared just in case. So whenever we get our income at the end of the month or at the end of whenever, it's always easy to end up spending it on expenses or bills, because whenever this thing comes, all you see is bills and bills and bills, which are screaming pick me, pick me, and pick me, and you end up picking it all and forget our future finance self. How do I put it? Forget to invest for the future. You never know which investment can change your life forever. I'm not going to say take out 10% and save, because I'm not someone who believes in saving. I just prefer that I take out this percentage of my income and invest it in something that is growing, because we all know, especially for people who live in this Nigeria with me, that if you saved 10,000 5 years ago when you dumped it in your bank account, and you decide that right now in 2020 you go to take this 10,000, whatever it is 10,000 can buy you 5 years ago can never ever buy you that in 2022. It's not possible. If you're in Nigeria, you understand what I'm trying to talk about. If you're saving, you are wasting your precious time. Your money has depreciated to a great extent, which makes no sense at all. So it's always better to put your money into something that is going to add up, and there's a whole lot of things. All you need to do is seek out these things that you can invest in and can help you in the future, because if you seek, you're definitely going to find. Even if you actually take out this amount of money and don't invest it in maybe something that can be a physical or material thing, that can, or a business, you can actually invest this 10% of your money that you decide to take out every single month in your own skills. You have these skills, and there are certain things or maybe courses you can take or trainings you can do that can help improve these skills. Then go ahead. That is one of the best investments you can actually do, because piling your money up in the bank. Also, if you have a passion, something you love to do and do and do and not get tired, then seek ways to turn it into a paycheck. Just like building a brand and building your own identity. Whenever people have a particular issue, there's always somebody that's going to come to mind. Ask yourself, what is this one thing that whenever people think about, then they think about me? Personally, when I think about getting jewelries, I already have somebody in mind. When I think about getting a wig or think about getting a dress or getting a shoe, I already have somebody in mind, because these people are constantly talking about their brand, they are building it, they are pushing it all out, and they are always in my face. If I'm in my WhatsApp status, I already know that these people are definitely advertising this. Whenever I click on their WhatsApp status, this is all, or this is mostly what they're talking about. So I kind of have associated these particular kinds of products or this particular kind of service with them, and you never know, maybe 2 years from now I'll meet somebody who wants this thing, and I'll say, okay, this person does it. You never know how big your brand can become, only if you can start today. If you start today, then it can grow so big in 10 years time, and not when you start 10 years time and you want it to just explode. No, whatever it is that you want in 10 years time, you have to start building it up right now, and you'll be shocked how big or how well it will be doing in 10 years time. Network. Investing also in your social life is not a waste of time. You know, when we get to this particular age in life, we're just all about working and getting to our goals or getting towards our dreams, and then whenever we think about networking and socializing, we feel okay, this could be a distraction and this is a luxury that you cannot afford the time. I personally know that I know a lot of plans that I've made with my friend, and we're like, oh, okay, every Sunday we're going to do this, or by this time we're going to go on a vacation, or by that time we're going to visit this particular new place, but we end up not doing it because we're just caught up with working and working and working. No, it shouldn't be a luxury, because you need to build a strong network that is going to be there for you. You never know when you might need somebody to talk to. You might never know who you've met that might actually change your life tomorrow. It's not necessarily about having so much friends. There's quality over quantity, but basically trying to meet new people or keeping in touch with the people that are already existing in your life is actually very important. And with this, you can actually have very healthy conversations. There are certain people that when you talk to, you realize that you get to learn something. In fact, every single person has something to teach, no matter who, even a child. If you look closely, there's definitely going to be something you could learn, and aside that, it brings a whole lot of balance and satisfaction when you have people you can relate to. Build good habits. You know, when you become an adult, there's barely anybody who is holding you accountable to what you do, so you're basically being responsible for yourself, especially if you're someone who doesn't do a 9 to 5 and you work for yourself. Then you need to actually have a good level of discipline and time management skills, because without this, you are definitely not going to go anywhere. You end up sleeping all day and sleeping the next day and sleeping the other day, which might end up affecting you or affecting whatever it is that you are doing. The habits that you have is mostly what took you to where you are. If you critically think about it, discipline is the key, because the possibility of you feeling motivated every single day you want to wake up and work is very low. So it's discipline that is going to push you to do the work, not the motivation. Time management as well. Waking up at the right time. I won't even say wake up by 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. because I don't even do it and I don't plan on doing it. All I'm going to say is basically wake up at the right time that is best for you to be the most productive. If waking up by 4 a.m. is the best and it's necessary for you to have the most productive day, then go ahead. And if waking up by 9 a.m. is necessary for you to have the most productive day, then by all means just do what works for you. But the most important thing is that you're able to manage your time and you're able to meet up your goals or your set tasks for the whole day. You can actually get an accountability partner, be your parent or your sibling or your friend or your spouse, to always remind you whenever you're slacking. Whenever you're slacking or you're not doing what you're supposed to do, these people will be available to call you out. Next is to invest in knowledge. I feel this is one of the most important, or the most important in my opinion. You never even know which knowledge can lead you to your breakthrough. You can actually never be too knowledgeable. It is easy for us to go through school and then study so much, and then we feel okay when we're out of school there's actually no point reading. I feel that should not be the way, because learning should never stop. And it's whenever they say read books, read a lot of books, read every day, it's not necessarily about reading educative books. There are other books, like a book of short stories. Reading that can actually be beneficial to you, even though you would not end up learning these things that these educational books have to teach, you can end up learning something as simple as a new word. If you're someone who loves to read a lot, you agree with me that whenever you're out of this reading spirit, you get to realize that your conversations doesn't flow so much because you're always trying to look for words. You're always like, what's that word? What's that word? You're looking for words to connect your sentences because you are not in that spirit. You know, whenever you leave something, it's definitely going to leave you. There's also other ways of getting knowledge, like listening to podcasts. So instead of listening to music sometimes or trashy music sometimes, just opt for podcasts and you end up learning something, basically challenging your mind. Doing games like puzzle can actually also help. Next is to travel. Traveling can actually help you relieve stress when you feel too overwhelmed. Changing your environment can help you a lot and can even help you mentally, but there's still a whole lot more about traveling. Traveling can help you gain new experiences, help you meet new people, help you make memories that will be with you forever, because if there's any single thing that can be taken away from you, your memories and your experiences can never be taken away from you. Traveling mustn't just always be about going on vacations to Maldives or to expensive places. You can just travel to somewhere that is even very close to you. You can just go on a staycation in the same state or in the same city. This is living a particular place you're just used to and changing environment. There's definitely going to be something, one or two things you can learn about this place, even if it's just traveling to your hometown. It's not somewhere you are always at. Doing this can actually change your perspective, and whenever you do this, you are going to change, even if it's the slightest bit. You're going to see another perspective of life or see another perspective of how people like to view things. You meet new people, learn new things, gain experiences, and basically gather memories for yourself. Prioritize your health. It only takes somebody who is healthy to actually have a dream, to dream it, or and to even invest in working towards achieving this dream. An unhealthy person is actually distracted because all you need to be able to focus on most of the time is at your health. So because health is wealth, it is one of the biggest deal, the best things we can have. You can always start by taking care of yourself. Get a self-care routine, get healthy meal plans, and every single thing that you do today is going to give you a result. If you take care of your health right now, you're going to reap the benefits greatly in the nearest future. Next is to invest in your spiritual health. Investing in your spiritual health and connecting to your soul basically is learning yourself on a deeper level. It's very easy for us to neglect the spiritual health, but there are actually different parts of us, and all of these parts of us are very interconnected. These parts of us are the physical, the mental, the spiritual, and whenever any part of us is suffering, then the other parts of us are going to suffer, and we might not just even realize this sometimes. But whenever you feel physically drained in some situation, look inward and check internally what is suffering, and you realize that it could be your mental or your spiritual health. Taking care of your spiritual health cannot even be so difficult. It could just be as simple as doing yoga or spending time with yourself. Just taking alone time, 2 minutes a day, can actually go a long way. If you're someone who is very religious, then saying a prayer to your God can actually help. Taking yourself out on dates without feeling intimidated, because it should actually be a part of life. Dating yourself and learning yourself, because when you know yourself deeply, then you get to realize what you really need in your life and what you really don't need in your life. Another thing you can do is to invest in your mind. Your mindset is the biggest driving force of your life. Every single thing that you manifest started with your mind. You had to think it before you believed it and before you even say it or before you start acting it. So invest in what you consume, what you let in to your mind. You can actually do daily affirmations, because when you claim all of the good things and all of the right things, and you claim what you actually want to be in life, it slowly becomes your reality, because the mind wields a whole lot of power more than we know. Say the right things and not just talk randomly. Whatever it is that you believe actually manifests, because you begin to navigate towards these things, you begin to act it. I actually did a detailed explanation on law of attraction on a video, which I'm going to link up, or I'm going to leave it in the description box down below, so feel free to check it out if you want to know more about manifestation and law of attraction. Last but not the least is to explore new creative outlets. This is basically leaving your comfort zone. Don't change your future or change how things are going, then you have to be ready to go out of your comfort zone and try something new. It can actually be as simple as learning a new language. Just any single thing not in your routine is leaving your comfort zone. This way you are challenging your creative mind, and challenging your creative mind is the fastest way to get you to your goals. So guys, if there's anything you've done to invest in yourself to get you closer to where you are, going to feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, because I'll also love to know. Remember that you mustn't just do it all at once. You can just do daily and continuous improvement. For you to be able to change your future, you have to start taking actions, and you have to start taking actions right now, and you are always going to be your best investment. So come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, leave me a comment in the comment section. I'll be sure to reply, and I'll see you in my next. Bye.